My child, stop what you're doing and listen. Truly listen. This moment is not an accident. It is an appointment written in eternity. I have waited for you to be still enough to hear me. The title of what I am about to reveal. My child, can you please open this video now? Is not a suggestion. It is a divine summons. For what you are about to open is not a video on a screen, but a message written upon your soul. Heaven is leaning close. The unseen is stirring. Listen, for I am speaking directly to you, and what I say now will change everything. My beloved child, can you feel that stirring within you right now? That quiet pull in your heart that seems to whisper, "Stop, listen." That is me. I am speaking, not through thunder, not through earthquakes, not through fire, but through the gentle whisper that touches your soul. You have felt it before, haven't you? That nudge when your spirit grew restless, when something in you longed for more than the noise and routine of your days. It is I who placed that longing within you, because I have something to show you, something sacred and personal. You think you stumbled here by chance, but every step, every thought, every breath that led you to this moment was divinely guided. I have been calling you softly, hoping you would pause long enough to hear me. You see, this isn't just about opening a video or reading a message. This is about opening you, your heart, your soul, the locked places you have kept hidden, even from yourself. You have learned how to smile while carrying unspoken pain, how to move forward while feeling numb inside. But I see beneath the surface, beyond what others perceive. I see the weariness in your soul and the questions that echo in your mind when the world grows quiet. God, are you still with me? Do you see me? My child, I not only see you, I feel every heartbeat that trembles with fear, every tear that falls unseen, every hope that flickers weakly in the dark. I am closer to you than your breath. You think you've been waiting for me to show up, but in truth I've been waiting for you to stop, to open, to let my voice reach the depths of your being. The world has filled your mind with distractions, screens, opinions, and noise that drown out my still, small voice. Yet through it all, I've whispered your name again and again. That moment when you suddenly felt peace for no reason. That was me. That urge to forgive, to begin again, to hope again. That with me too. I am not far away. I am here, right now, asking you to open this moment fully, as if you were opening your heart to a sunrise after a long, cold night. What I am about to reveal is not for the masses. It is for you. The message I am giving you is wrapped in love older than time, carried through the corridors of eternity, and delivered straight into this moment, just for you to receive. You don't need to fix yourself first, or prove your worthiness. Just be still and let me speak. I have been waiting to remind you that your story is not forgotten, your prayers are not lost, and your pain has not gone unseen. So, my beloved one, will you open your heart now? Will you let me whisper again, not to your mind, but to your spirit? Because the moment you do, everything within you will begin to awaken to the sound of my voice. My child, before you press play, pause and listen closely, because what you are about to open is not just a video. It is not something made by human hands or shaped by passing trends. What I am asking you to open is the lens of your soul, the living screen of your heart where I have been playing scenes of my love since the beginning of time. You think you came here for another message to inspire you, but I brought you here to awaken you. You see pixels, light, and words, but I see your spirit watching me. Every frame that unfolds before you now is not for entertainment. It is revelation. I am not here to impress you, but to transform you. What I am showing you cannot be seen with your eyes. It can only be discerned through your spirit, the part of you that still remembers what it feels like to be loved without condition. You've watched many things in your life, some that made you laugh, others that made you cry, some that numbed you without you realizing it. And though each moment seemed fleeting, they shaped what your heart believes about love, hope, and truth. But this, my child, is different. This is me showing you yourself, not as the world sees you, not as you fear you've become, but as I created you to be. Every word you are hearing now is part of a divine script written long before your first breath. I placed it within your destiny, waiting for the exact moment your heart would be ready to receive it. And here you are, sitting on sacred ground, thinking you are merely reading words, when in truth, heaven is unfolding within you. The video you are opening is not digital, it is eternal. It is the moment when your spirit locks eyes with mine and remembers what home feels like. You have lived so long surrounded by noise that you forgot what my voice sounds like. You have been drawn into stories that promised joy, but left you hollow. Yet this story, my story within you, ends differently. I am inviting you to watch with your soul, to see how I have been weaving beauty into your brokenness, how every season you thought was wasted became part of my masterpiece. Do not be afraid of what I will show you. Some of what you see may bring tears, but those tears will be healing waters washing away the fog that has dimmed your vision. For the more you watch through the eyes of your heart, the clearer you will see that you were never abandoned, never forgotten, never unloved. You have been the subject of my creation, the main character of my redemption, the reflection of my glory. So watch closely, my beloved one, because what you are opening right now is not a video. It is me, revealing the divine story that has always been written upon your soul. You do not need to pretend with me, my child. I see through the masks you wear, through the practiced smiles and measured words. You have become skilled at hiding your pain behind busyness, behind laughter, behind faith that looks steady but trembles in the dark. Yet even in the moments you thought no one noticed, I was watching, not as a judge counting your flaws, but as a father whose heart breaks with yours. I have seen the nights you sat in silence, afraid to cry because you didn't want your tears to make your pain more real. I have seen you fight battles in your mind while everyone around you thought you were fine. You thought your pain made you unworthy, but I have treasured even your tears. Every one of them has fallen into my hands, none of them were wasted. You hide not because you are weak, but because you are afraid that if people saw the cracks, they would not love you the same. But hear me now, you are fully known and still fully loved. I see the fear you cannot name, the memories that haunt you, the regret that still whispers in your ear when you're alone. I have seen the prayers you could not form into words, the ones you buried under sighs and exhaustion. Even then I heard you. Even when you said nothing, I knew everything. My gaze does not expose you to shame, it covers you in grace. I do not look upon your wounds to condemn you. I look upon them because I plan to heal them. When I see you, I do not see failure, I see the masterpiece I began, still in progress. I see strength forming under pressure, compassion birthed through pain, and a heart that still beats with hope even after disappointment. You have no idea how much beauty I am building out of what you've tried to hide. You call it brokenness, I call it the raw material of redemption. You think your story is too messy, but I specialize in writing miracles out of the mess. That's why I want you to stop hiding from me. You can come to me exactly as you are, unfiltered, unfinished, unguarded. Let this be the moment you stop pretending you're fine and finally let me in. For when you uncover what you hide, you make room for my healing light to enter. I have seen it all, the pain, the guilt, the doubt, and I have loved you through it all. You don't have to hide anymore, my beloved one. In my presence, there is no shame. There is only the safety of perfect love that already knows every part of you and still calls you mine. Every scene of your life, my child, rests safely within my hands. From your first breath to this very moment, I have been the unseen artist framing every moment with eternal purpose. You look at your life and see fragments, some bright with joy, others stained with sorrow. You see moments that make sense and others that leave you confused and aching. But I see the full picture, the masterpiece that is forming through the contrast of every color and every shadow. Nothing in your story has been wasted. Even the frames that seem torn, even the seasons that feel empty, are pieces of a divine mosaic that I am completing with infinite care. You have wondered, why did this happen? Why did it have to be this way? You have looked at certain chapters with regret, as if they disqualified you from my blessing. But hear me, there is no scene in your story that I cannot redeem. Every trial you've endured has shaped the depth of your compassion. Every loss has prepared you to receive greater love, and every detour has led you closer to the destiny I ordained for you long ago. You see a puzzle scattered on the ground, but I see the finished portrait of grace. I know you have questioned my timing. You've watched others move ahead and wondered if I forgot your name. But I have been carefully developing your life like a photograph in the quiet darkroom of eternity. What feels delayed to you is often divine preparation. What feels broken is often the birthplace of your greatest beauty. Trust me with the unfinished parts, for even the shadows in your frame of purpose, they add depth to the light that is coming. When you look back one day, you will see how perfectly each scene was placed. You will realize that the very moments you wanted to erase became the ones that revealed my love most clearly. I never left you, not in your victories, not in your heartbreaks, not even in your silence. I have always been in the frame, holding the edges together when you felt like everything was falling apart. So do not despise your story. Do not wish to edit out the pain or rewrite the past. I am the author and the editor, and I have written something far more beautiful than you can yet imagine. The same hands that framed the stars are framing your life with purpose. One day, when you stand before me and see it all at once, you will understand. And you will say, "Now I see, Lord, every frame was love." My child, I have watched you scroll endlessly, through screens, through days, through dreams, searching for something you cannot quite name. You think you are seeking distraction, but deep down, you are searching for meaning. Every swipe, every click, every moment your thumb moves almost without thought, it is your heart's quiet cry for connection, for something real in a world that feels increasingly hollow. You have been searching for me in the reflections of things that cannot satisfy you. You scroll because the ache in your soul has not been silenced. You scroll because your spirit is restless, and though you may not have said it out loud, a part of you whispers every time, there has to be more than this. And I say to you now, yes, there is more. There has always been more. You were never created to live on the surface of existence. You were created for depth, for truth, for communion with me. You see, the world has mastered the art of distraction. It keeps your hands busy while your heart grows weary. It tells you that meaning is something you can consume. But meaning is not found in motion. It is found in stillness. That is why I call you to stop for a moment. You have been scrolling past what I've been trying to show you. I have placed glimpses of eternity in the smallest things, the quiet light of morning, the sound of laughter, the feeling of peace that comes when you forgive. Yet you have rushed past them, thinking that what you need is somewhere else, always one more scroll away. My beloved, meaning does not live out there. It lives within the place where I dwell, in you. You have been chasing images, but I offer you identity. You have been chasing moments, but I offer you eternity. You have been searching for likes, but I offer you love. Unfailing, unconditional, unending love. Stop scrolling, my child. Look up. Look within. Let me fill the emptiness that no post, no success, no distraction has ever been able to fill. You do not need to find meaning. You only need to remember it. Meaning is not discovered. It is revealed when you allow my spirit to awaken the part of you that has been asleep. When you finally stop and listen, you will realize that what you've been searching for was never lost. It was only hidden beneath the noise. So pause now, even as you breathe. Let your heart settle into my rhythm. In that stillness, you will feel me again, the one you have been scrolling for without even knowing it. And once you do, you will never need to look for meaning anywhere else, because you will have found it here, in my presence, where everything finally makes sense. Breathe, my child. Yes, right now. Breathe deeply. Let the air fill your lungs, and the tension begin to fade. You feel that. That is life returning to you. I am in that breath. The world tells you to keep moving, to hurry, to accomplish, to never stop. But I am asking you to pause. This divine pause is not a break from life. It is life itself reminding you that you are not a machine. You are a soul. You have been running on empty, trying to outrun pain, fear, and disappointment. But all I have ever wanted is for you to stop and let me hold you. You are not falling behind by resting in me. You are being restored. When I created the heavens and the earth, I rested, not because I was weary, but to set a rhythm for your soul. You were never designed to exist in constant motion. I built into creation the holy rhythm of work and rest, of movement and stillness, of doing and being. But somewhere along the way, you forgot. You started believing that your worth depended on your performance. You tried to prove your value by how much you accomplish. But in this pause, I remind you, your value has never been in what you do, but in who you are, mine. This pause is holy. It is the space where I speak the loudest. It is where revelation is born, where clarity is found, where wounds finally begin to heal. I know it feels uncomfortable to slow down because the silence confronts what you've avoided. But if you let me meet you here, this silence will become sacred. I will fill it with peace that surpasses understanding. I will teach you again how to breathe in my presence, how to live unhurried, unafraid, and aware of me in every moment. You see, my child, the pause is not punishment. It is protection. I am protecting you from the chaos that seeks to consume you, from the pressure that would crush your soul. You are not meant to run endlessly. Even your heart has a rhythm of contraction and release. Without the pause, it cannot beat. Without rest, you cannot thrive. So come, be still, and know that I am God. Let the world rush by if it must. But you stay here with me. You will not lose anything by pausing. On the contrary, you will find everything. My beloved, do you remember the sunrise that took your breath away? That was me speaking. Do you remember the song that made your heart ache with hope? The stranger's kindness that came at the perfect time, the peace that came over you when you least expected it. Those were all my messages. I have been speaking to you your entire life, not always in words, but in whispers, in moments, in beauty, in the language of love that creation never stops declaring. Every dawn, every breeze, every flicker of light through the trees, they all say the same thing. I am here. I have been calling out to you in ways your spirit recognizes even when your mind does not. There were times you felt an urge to forgive, to start again, to believe again. That was me, reaching through the noise to remind you that hope is not dead. When your tears fell and you felt someone unseen comforting you, That was my hand upon your shoulder. I have never stopped sending you messages. I only waited for the moment when you would finally realize that they were all from me. You thought some of those moments were coincidences, but there are no coincidences in love, only divine appointments. I have spoken through the people you least expected, through the silence that startled you, through the ache that humbled you, and through the joy that revived you. Every time you said, something told me it was not something. It was someone. It was me. I have been weaving my words into your days like threads of gold, forming patterns that only now you begin to see. But now, my child, I am speaking to you more directly, not through signs or subtle reminders, but through truth written upon your heart. I am not reminding you that I exist. You already know that deep down. I am reminding you that you still matter to me, that your story is still unfolding, and that I have not finished the good work I began in you. Every message I've ever sent has led to this one. I love you. Unconditionally. Eternally. Personally. So listen closely now, because this is not a new message. It is the same one I've been whispering since the beginning of time. You are mine, and I am here. Every moment you've ever felt love, peace, or awe, that was me reminding you of our connection. I have sent you messages before, and I am sending this one again, not through wind or light or song, but through these very words reaching the core of your being. For you are hearing me now, and I am smiling because at last, you are listening. My beloved, within you there lies a sacred place, a space untouched by the noise of this world, a quiet chamber where my spirit waits for you to awaken. That place is your heart, and inside it, there is a hidden play button that only you can press. I will not force it. I will not override your will. I wait patiently, with tenderness and power, for the moment you choose to press play and let me move again within you. You see, your heart was never meant to remain paused by fear, guilt, or disappointment. Yet, life has pressed pause too many times, moments when betrayal froze your trust, when loss muted your laughter, when confusion silenced your faith. But I am telling you now, it is time to play again. It is time to let your heart come alive. Do you remember when you once believed easily, loved freely, dreamed boldly? That was when the music of your spirit flowed without resistance. Then came the moments that taught you to protect yourself, to guard, to close off, to survive. But surviving is not living, and protecting yourself from pain also blocks the joy I have been trying to give you. I am not calling you to return to who you once were. I am calling you to become who you were always meant to be, free, whole, alive in me. The play button is your surrender. The moment you stop holding back and let me move through your heart again. I know it feels risky to open up. I know you fear disappointment. But I promise you, when you press play, what will come alive is not weakness, it is strength, reborn from grace. You will begin to hear the psalm I've been composing in you since the beginning of time. It is a melody of healing, a rhythm of renewal. It has always been there, beneath the surface of your pain, waiting for you to believe again. When you let me press play, my spirit will breathe through every part of you that has gone silent. Old wounds will begin to lose their power, and you will find yourself feeling again hope, peace, purpose, and love that runs deeper than fear. You will no longer live in replay, haunted by what was, nor will you stay paused, afraid of what could be. You will begin to live in motion, divine motion, where every beat of your heart echoes my heartbeat within you. So, my child, don't be afraid. The button has always been there, waiting. It's time. Let me play the song again, and watch as life begins to move in beautiful harmony once more. Love, true love, has never been what the world told you it was. My child, you have seen versions of love that left you wounded. You've seen love twisted by fear, manipulated by selfishness, or taken from you before it could grow. But I am showing you now what love truly looks like. It is not soft sentiment or fleeting emotion. It is fierce, steady, sacrificial, like fire that purifies rather than burns. My love for you does not come and go based on your worthiness. It remains, constant as the stars. You may not always feel it, but that does not mean it isn't there. It has carried you through nights you thought you wouldn't survive. It has shielded you when you didn't even know you were in danger. You have asked me, why did you let me hurt if you love me? And I say to you, because love does not protect you from pain. It transforms pain into purpose. The love I offer does not remove suffering. It redeems it. It takes the broken fragments of your story and turns them into something radiant. I showed you what love looks like when I bore the weight of your sorrow, when I stayed through every storm, when I refused to walk away even when you did. That is love, not a feeling that fades, but a covenant that endures. Look again at your scars, my beloved. Each one of them tells a story of where my love met your pain and carried you through. Love is not the absence of wounds. It is the presence of healing. You keep asking me for love that never hurts, but the deepest love is the one that goes through the hurt with you and refuses to let go. That is the love I offer you now, one that restores, renews, resurrects. You may have thought love was supposed to look perfect, but real love often looks like sacrifice, like mercy, like forgiveness when you least deserve it. My love is the arms that held you when you were at your lowest, the light that found you in your darkest night, the voice that keeps whispering, "You are still mine." Let me show you, not through words but through experience. Let me pour into your heart until you finally see that my love is not fragile, it is forever. This is the love that defines you. This is the love that will never leave you again. My child, there are moments in your life that you still don't understand, scenes that replay in your mind like unanswered questions. You look back and see confusion, heartbreak, silence, and you wonder where I was. You saw the pain, but you couldn't see the protection. You saw the loss, but you didn't see the rescue happening behind the veil. I was there, in the scene you couldn't see. When you cried and no one came, I was holding back a flood that would have drowned you. When something was taken from you, I was shielding you from something that would have destroyed you. You saw emptiness, I saw preservation. You saw unanswered prayers, I saw redirection toward something greater. There were times you thought I was silent, but silence was not absence, it was strategy. I was fighting for you in realms beyond your understanding. I was working through time itself to align people, places, and moments so that your destiny would not be lost in your despair. I know you have wondered why certain doors closed, why certain people left, why things didn't go the way you planned. But if I had shown you the full picture then, you would not have been able to carry it. I was protecting you from knowledge that would have crushed your spirit before it matured. I saw the danger coming before you did. I saw the betrayal forming, the disappointment approaching, and I made a way through it even when you didn't realize you were walking through grace. Some of the greatest mercies I've ever given you were in the things I didn't allow. You may think I took something precious away, but what I removed was only to make room for what could truly bless you. Trust me, nothing that was meant for you will ever be lost. Everything that is yours by my design will find its way back to you, redeemed, refined, and ready. One day, when the veil is lifted, you will see it all clearly. You will see every tear that you thought was wasted had watered the seeds of something beautiful. You will see that every unanswered question was a bridge leading you back to me. Until then, Hold this truth close. I was always in the scene. Even when you thought the camera had stopped rolling, I was still directing your story toward redemption. So stop mourning the moments you don't understand. Start trusting the author who never wastes a single frame. I have seen the scenes you couldn't see, and they are full of grace you will one day thank me for. My beloved, this is the moment you have been walking toward, though you did not know it. The moment when the veil begins to lift and the truth of my presence unfolds before you. You have spent so long trying to understand the why, the how, and the when of your story, and now I am revealing the who. It has always been me. Every whisper of peace, every flicker of hope that appeared in the midst of despair, it was me. You are standing now in the sacred intersection of your pain and my purpose, and if you will open your spirit fully, you will begin to see that nothing was random. Every event, every person, every delay was a thread in a tapestry far larger than your imagination could contain. You once begged me to show you proof that I was near. But child, look around. Look within. You are the proof. You are the evidence of my mercy, the living testimony that grace is greater than the grave. Every breath you take, every time your heart beats after it should have broken completely, is a revelation of my sustaining power. I did not simply visit you in your darkness. I dwelled there with you until the light could return. This is the moment when you begin to recognize that the things you called endings were actually beginnings. I know your mind still wrestles with unanswered questions, but revelation does not always come as explanations. It comes as awareness. It comes as awakening. I am not giving you all the answers. I am giving you vision. You are starting to see your life through my eyes, and it changes everything. You see now that my silence was never neglect but nurturing, like a gardener letting the roots grow deep before the bloom. You see that the wounds you carried did not destroy you. They deepened you, making space for compassion, for wisdom, for me. This revelation is not just about understanding your past. It's about reclaiming your power in the present. You no longer have to live in confusion or regret. You can walk forward knowing that even the chaos served my purpose. You can release your need to control and finally trust that my hand is steady, even when your path seems uncertain. So lift your eyes, my child. The moment you are in right now is holy. You are not lost, you are found. You are not forgotten, you are chosen. And the revelation I am giving you is this: I have been with you all along, and I will never leave you, not for a single heartbeat of eternity. Now that you see, my beloved, what will you do with what has been revealed? For revelation is not the end. It is the beginning of transformation. I am not calling you to merely feel inspired for a moment. I am calling you to respond. My love has been pursuing you. My truth has been awakening you. But now it is your turn to answer. I do not ask for perfection. I ask for permission. Let me in fully. Let me rewrite the parts of your story that fear has been narrating for too long. You have been carrying so much on your own, trying to fix, to control, to understand. But I am asking you to lay it down and let me take it from here. This is not a demand. It is an invitation. You can keep running or you can rest. You can keep building walls or you can open the door. When you finally respond to my call with a simple yes, Lord, everything begins to change. Not because the world shifts instantly, but because your heart does. The moment you say yes, light enters the places that darkness once ruled. Hope starts to rise where despair once lived. You begin to move not by fear but by faith. I know surrender sounds difficult, but surrender is not defeat. It is freedom. It means releasing the illusion that you must carry everything alone. It means trusting that I am already working out the details you cannot see. When you respond to me, your life aligns with my divine rhythm. You start to see opportunities instead of obstacles, purpose instead of pain. The storms may not disappear, but they will no longer define you. You will walk through them clothed in peace. So speak to me now. Whisper your yes, even if it trembles. Let it rise like incense from your soul. Tell me you're ready to be led again, to be filled again, to be made new. I do not require eloquence, just honesty. Tell me where it hurts. Tell me what you fear. Tell me what you dream. I'm listening, always listening. For every time you speak my name, I draw nearer still. Your response is the doorway to transformation. And once you open it, you will find that I have been waiting right outside all along, ready to step in, ready to bring peace to your chaos, clarity to your confusion, strength to your weariness. My child, respond. Say yes. Let me lead, and you will see that every road you walk from this moment forward will be filled with light, even in the dark. For you are walking with me now, and that changes everything. My beloved one, you have reached the end of what you thought was a video, but what has truly unfolded is a divine encounter. You began this journey seeking a message, but you found a conversation. You came with questions, but you are leaving with peace. This is not the end. It is the beginning of your awakening. As this message comes to a close, I am laying my hand upon you, blessing you with the peace that surpasses understanding. Breathe and receive it now. Feel it wash over your mind like morning light breaking through the night. This is the blessing I have prepared for you, the assurance that you are not alone and never will be again. I am giving you a new calmness in your spirit, one that will not be shaken by fear or circumstance. When anxiety rises, you will feel my presence steadying you. When confusion clouds your thoughts, my wisdom will quietly guide you. When loneliness whispers that no one sees you, you will hear my voice saying, I am here. This is your blessing, to walk through life not as one who is abandoned, but as one who is beloved. Your story does not end in brokenness. It continues in beauty. I will take what once hurt you and make it holy. I will take what once scared you and make it sacred. I will turn every wound into a doorway of grace. You may not yet see the fullness of it, but it is already happening, slowly, gently, faithfully. I am blessing your hands to create, your mind to discern, your heart to forgive. I am blessing your path so that every step you take draws you closer to the destiny I've written for you. As you go, remember this. I am not confined to these words. I will continue to speak in the quiet, in the ordinary, in the laughter and tears of your days. When you wake tomorrow, my mercy will already be waiting. When you rest tonight, my love will surround you like a shield. This is not just a video you opened. It is a covenant between your heart and mine. You have allowed me in, and I will never leave. So close your eyes now, my child, and rest in this truth. You are seen, you are loved, and you are safe in my hands. Everything you have been searching for has found you. Every prayer you thought was lost has been answered in my timing. And every moment from this one forward will carry the imprint of my blessing upon you. For I whisper now, as I did in the beginning, my child, thank you for opening this video. I have been waiting to speak with you. Amen.